expect to learn more information today about an arson incident in an anti-abortion office that police believe was politically motivated. Plus, an investigation continues in the Bahamas after 3 Americans died in their hotel and another airlifted to the hospital. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. We hope to learn more today about an act of vandalism Madison police believe to be politically motivated. Officers found evidence of a Molotov cocktail and other fire damage at the office of a local anti-abortion organization on Sunday. The Molotov cocktail never caught fire, but arson investigators found evidence of a separate fire. The words, "If abortions aren't safe, then you aren't either," were spray painted on the building's walls. Julianne Blaine, president of the Wisconsin Family Action, says she believes the damage to the office was motivated by the leaked opinion that could point to an overturn of Roe v. Wade.
They have every right to be angry, but the anger cannot translate into what you're looking at behind me or what you saw in my office.
Appling says for now, staff will work from home while the office is cleaned. Governor Tony Evers issued a statement on Twitter condemning the attack. He said, quote, "Violence is not the way forward. Hurting others is never the answer." Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes also commented, saying, while the department supports being able to speak freely and openly, acts of violence, including destruction of property, do not aid in any cause. Police are expected to share an update in the investigation around 2 o'clock this afternoon. You can watch a live stream of that news conference on all of our social media platforms and on channel3000.com. Well, the heat wave begins here in southern Wisconsin. Julian Seawright has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. What happened to spring?
I know, it's just gone immediately in the blink of an eye, because we're already into some summer-like feels for today, and it's going to carry throughout much of this week. As we take a look at our temperatures as of right now here in southern Wisconsin, we can see it's 74 degrees already here in Madison, 72 in Janesville, and 73 in Platteville. All of us, for the most part, are into the 70s, and it's just going to get even warmer as we continue throughout the day. But aside from the heat, well, we're looking at gusting winds as well, so hold on to your hats, because we're looking at winds gusting at 40 miles per hour between Monroe and Madison, and many of us are into those 30 miles per hour gusting winds as well. So it's just a windy day, a warm day, but at least we have plenty of sunshine as well. But as we continue throughout the course of the day, we'll start to see that those temperatures will top out near the upper 70s for us, and that we're going to be seeing those windy conditions as well carrying in throughout the rest of tonight. But we'll start to see some cloudy conditions coming into the later part as well, which could be bringing in some chances of some showers or storms, which we're going to take a look at coming up in just a few moments, Mark.
Interesting week ahead, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Julian, thank you. See you in a few minutes. President Biden is preparing to sign a new bill into law this afternoon, which will allow the U.S. to lend or lease weapons to Ukraine for its defense. The president held a conference call with G7 leaders over the weekend. The group announced it will either phase out or totally ban Russian oil imports. The White House is also still pushing Congress to authorize up to $33 billion more for military and humanitarian support for Ukraine. The House could vote on it this week.
I think we will be able to do it as quickly as possible. We have great bipartisanship in terms of our support for the fight for democracy that the people of Ukraine are making.
Ukrainian officials say the Russians bombed a school over the weekend where civilians were seeking shelter. They estimate at least 60 people were killed in the blast. A fleece jacket worn by Ukraine's president sold for big bucks at a London auction, raising money for the war-ravaged country. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson kicked off the Brave Ukraine event, urging bidders to dig deep. The opening price was set at $60,000, but when the hammer fell, it went for $110,000. Other items auctioned off, including toys donated by the president's wife and a guided tour of Kyiv by the city's mayor, a former world heavyweight boxing champion. The event raised more than $1 million for humanitarian aid in Ukraine. In the Bahamas, investigators are searching for answers after 3 American tourists died in their hotel rooms and another had to be airlifted to a hospital. Health officials have not determined what caused the deaths, but say foul play is not suspected. Manuel Bejorquez has more.
There were some signs of individuals presenting to the clinic with nausea, vomiting, and some symptoms.
The Bahamas health minister says it all began Thursday night. 2 American tourists at the Sandals Emerald Bay Resort complained they were feeling ill and were treated at a local medical facility. The next morning, the couple was found dead in their resort villa. The man, police say, was slumped against a wall. The woman was on their bed. Both showed signs of convulsion. Minutes earlier, police had found another man dead on the floor of his villa. ABC News reports it was Birmingham, Alabama resident Vincent Chiarella, and that his wife Donna survived after experiencing severe swelling and paralysis. She was airlifted to Princess Margaret Hospital in the capital, Nassau, about a 30-minute flight away. Now, health officials are waiting on autopsy reports to determine what caused the tourist's mysterious deaths.
Hopefully nothing's going to happen to us.
Jason Toth and Sydney Rosenquist arrived at the Sandals Resort for their honeymoon, one day after the victims' bodies were found.
It definitely gives me a cause for concern just because you want to know what happened.
It's certainly very irregular.
As a general rule, CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus says it's important to have access to your health records when you travel and to listen to your body.
If you start to feel ill and it's not getting better, that you go to an emergency room wherever you are. And if the treatment doesn't work, go back to that emergency room.
Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News.
Well, the nationwide shortage of baby formula continues to get worse. In early April, the out-of-stock rate jumped to 31%, according to Data Assembly, the retail inventory experts. CVS confirmed Saturday that it's limiting customers to 3 toddler and infant formulas per transaction. Target says it has limited baby formula purchases to 4 units per customer for online sales. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon, including how a partnership between the White House and internet providers is going to help lower cost to millions of Americans.
What does your retirement future look like? With a well-built retirement, your future can look bright. Your financial home secure. Retirements are built here every day. Call now and start building yours.
Not all replacement windows are the same. Take a look at our new Eco Sky windows featuring sky mirror technology, exclusively from Mad City Windows, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. Our high-performance windows insulate like walls with layers of low E to keep your home comfortable year-round. It's our home makeover event. Save $750 on a house full of new windows with interest-free financing for 12 months and receive a $100 Walmart gift card with purchase. Senior military discounts are available. But act now and double your savings. Save $1,500 on a house full of new windows with interest-free financing for 24 months and double it to a $200 Walmart gift card with purchase. From Madison and South Central Wisconsin, call 608-338-1616. Here's that number again, 608-338-1616.
A great night's sleep starts on a new mattress from Steinhafels. Right now, get a Beauty Rest Queen mattress for only $3.99. Or upgrade to the luxury and comfort of a Beauty Rest Black and get a free 2-night hotel stay at any of these hotels. Plus, get $200 in Steinhafels cash. And with Steinhafels special financing and free delivery, your new mattress is even more affordable. Isn't it time for a good night's sleep? Relax. It's Steinhafels.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County continues to help hardworking families attain homeownership. By providing financial coaching, homeowners can manage their mortgage and other finances while building stability for their family. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
Menards is here to help with your outdoor projects. General purpose concrete mix is great for patios, walkways, and posts. All you have to do is add water, mix, and pour. Our selection of concrete mix is all 11% off. Keep your home's exterior beautifully protected with vinyl siding. Cedar Creek vinyl siding is low maintenance and comes in 16 colors, ready to install. All vinyl siding is 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Time is of the essence when planning for retirement. So take the time now to make sure yours is well built. Retirements are built here every day. Retirement Income Planning, LLC.
A bad week for the cryptocurrency market was followed by an even worse weekend. On Sunday, Bitcoin's price dipped below $34,000, roughly half of what it sold for less than 6 months ago. Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies have experienced similar declines. A mega diamond known as the Rock will be up for bids this week. The 228-carat gem is about the size of a golf ball. It's believed to be the largest white diamond ever to hit the auction block. The Rock had previously been worn as the centerpiece of a Cartier necklace. Christie's expects it will sell for upwards of $30 million. Bidding starts Wednesday. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Elise Preston.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials down 451 points. The NASDAQ down 380. The S&P 500 down 85. Well, in a move to help bridge the digital divide, President Biden is announcing a partnership with internet providers to lower costs for low-income households. 20 of the nation's internet providers have committed to the program. The administration says it'll increase access to high-speed internet for 48 million households nationwide. They're also launching getinternet.gov to allow eligible households to connect to internet providers and sign up for the program. Well, still ahead of noon, Pam Youngie's back with a look at your ag numbers. Plus, it's going to feel like summer this week. Julian's back with a full forecast when we return.
Let the fresh air in through new Eco Sky windows from Mad City Windows. Easy operation and tilt-in cleaning, plus a higher energy rating than other windows on the market. These windows pay for themselves in energy savings.
Absolutely a good investment because we're happy.
Replace your old windows now and save. It's our home makeover event. Save $750 with interest-free financing for 12 months and get a $100 Walmart gift card with purchase, plus senior and military discounts. But wait, act now and double your savings. Save $1,500 on a house full of new windows with 24 months interest-free financing, and double it to a $200 Walmart gift card with the purchase of new windows. For a free estimate, call 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
Even liberal fact checkers say Democrats have repeatedly lied about me. Now they distorted my record on the tax relief I got for more than 90% of American businesses. The truth is, because of my efforts, small businesses like these on Main Street were able to stay competitive with the big guys. I held firm so that all businesses got tax cuts, allowing them to grow and create good-paying jobs. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
News 3 Now is taking action to find and deliver the news stories that matter where you live.
Taking action to uncover the truth, getting answers, and finding solutions that can make an impact in your life and our community where we all live.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
Want to know what the weather is like right now where you live? Download the First Warn Weather app and I'll give you my hour-by-hour forecast.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Well, let's check in now with Pam Youngie from the Midwest Farm Report. I assume our planting numbers are going to start rising quickly.
I would say so. Depending on where you are, I just talked to a fellow up by Marshfield. He said there's not as much happening up there because they picked up a little bit of rain over the weekend. Talked to another guy that's in southern Minnesota, northeast Iowa, and he said they picked up golf-size hail this morning and more than an inch of rain. So the weather is still going to dictate a lot of the geography and how much planting's done. But I did see tractors rolling, even saw some dust in certain areas when I was traveling across the state this weekend. So we'll get those numbers this afternoon. Meanwhile, I want to congratulate some of our our Wisconsin farmers and ag business leaders that are going to be taking positions with the Wisconsin Farm Service Agency's State Committee. These are folks that listen to any time that there's question about policy or there might be an appeal or something like that. The committee chair is Joshua Tranel from Hazel Green, Clara Hedrick from Chilton, Tina Hinchley from Cambridge, Joe Cook from Wilson, and Heidi Randall from Cambria are the 5 that have been confirmed by USDA to make up our Farm Service Agency State Committee. Congratulations. Sargento has announced that they are going to acquire Baker Cheese Factory out of the Plymouth area. Sargento is headquartered in Plymouth. Baker Cheese is in that Fond du Lac area. They are going to merge and kind of keep everything in place as it is. Baker Cheese is in St. Cloud. If you're looking to be entirely proper on geography, they're sold in all 50 states as far as that string cheese is concerned. And speaking of cheese, today in Chicago, barrel cheese dropped 2 1/4 cents, $2.35 3/4. 40-pound block cheese down 6 on a Monday at $2.29, and double A butter down 2 1/2 at $2.61 1/2. I think there's some of our food products that just cannot deny people getting a little nervous about interest rates going up, looking at their budget items and trying to figure out how they might be able to save a few pennies, even on grocery store items. So we may see that impact things like our cheese market for the next couple of days.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Thank you, Pam.
Yep.
Things are heating up this week in the weather department. Here's Julian with your forecast.
That's right. So not just with the heat that we're going to be expecting, also some storms we are looking at possibly being a chance for us as we get into the later part of tonight and even going into our Tuesday evening as well. But for right now, we can see just some thin layer of clouds are really high in the sky as of right now, but its temperatures are what we're really keeping our eye on. It's already 74 degrees, and those winds are definitely on the howling side as we're getting into the rest of our afternoon. South-southeast at 25 miles per hour, and the gusts are around 40 here in Madison. But this is what we're going to be looking at, our setup. This low, which is going to already be bringing in some storms over into Minnesota, is going to track its way into the upper Midwest. But since it's tracking itself north, well, we are looking at the best chance for us to see some storms being mainly into the northwest, but could also try to trickle itself down into southern Wisconsin. However, as we get in from our Tuesday into our Thursday, just know we are looking for real heat to be coming in for us. These are 80s and even potentially knocking on the door of 90s. But with it, the heat index themselves will be into the 90s as well. So make sure that you're going in throughout the rest of this week prepared for some real warmth and just staying hydrated and cool as well, because the humidity is going to be right behind it. But this is what we're seeing on our surface map as of right now. The low in itself, as you can see, is mainly into the northern parts of Minnesota, but we can even see a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for areas just northwest of Dane County. So not a lot of activity for us right now, but we are keeping our eye on a severe weather outlook because there is an enhanced risk for areas just outside of La Crosse for severe weather of those storms to really start to pop off. Then outside of it, we have the slight risk, and then just a bit closer towards Dane County, we're in the marginal risk. So we could see some storms that could be strong overnight or potentially even severe. So this is what we're going to be looking at as one of the more likely scenarios, because this is a very conditional type of scenario for us to start to see any of those storms to really turn severe. Overnights, late to nights, we're going to be starting to see some thunderstorms start to pop off and start to trickle themselves into southern Wisconsin as a line of storms starting to push their way out. And you can see mainly the threat with it will be hail or even winds with it. But even still, some areas just northwest could potentially see a couple of tornadoes with some of these storms. And then as we transition into our Tuesday, it's going to be relatively quiet until we get into our Tuesday evening, where we are looking at another line of some storms starting to really impact areas of southern Wisconsin and even going into northern Illinois. So that's something to keep in mind aside from just the heat, because we are looking at some healthy doses of some rain from those storms that could potentially start to pop off once again. But here's what we're looking at in terms of our temperatures. We are looking at dew points to really be muggy throughout the next couple of days, hitting into the 60s and even to the 70s. Just goes to show you how saturated our atmosphere is going to be and really make things just outright disgusting. So as we take a look, it is a whole lot like summer, as we're going to see those 80s sticking around for us throughout much of this week, but then even 90 degrees heading into Thursday. It's going to be humid. It's going to be hot. Make sure that you're staying hydrated. We can't emphasize that enough because we have not seen heat like this in a while, and it is going to be sticking around for us for quite a few days, Mark.
Might set some records here.
Woo, we're about to break a couple of records, actually, with a few of these days. It's going to be something.
Right into summer. All right, Julian, thank you. Howard's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen now with an easy recipe for a versatile side dish.
Come dinner time, it's usually tough enough to think about what to serve as a main course. Never mind what side dishes to serve with it. So wouldn't it be nice if we found a side dish that went with practically everything? Always gets rave reviews and takes no time to throw together. Well, we have it, and it goes together like this. We begin by cooking some wide egg noodles according to the package directions. While they finish draining, we mix some sour cream with a stick of melted butter, a good amount of Parmesan cheese, a little minced garlic, chopped parsley, and a bit of salt and pepper. After giving this a good mix, we gently toss the noodles with all that creamy goodness. And if you want, you could even add in some ham or chicken to hearty it up. We spoon this into a baking dish, and we'll top it with more Parmesan before popping it in the oven. Couldn't get any easier than that. And whether you serve this with a store-bought rotisserie chicken or a steak you threw on the grill, don't be surprised when our noodles Romanoff steals the show. To get the recipe, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a noodleicious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Noodleicious, huh? All right, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call, 608-270-9933. We'll talk with Lisa in just a bit. Call in now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Energy costs are at an all-time high, so investing in new Eco Sky windows from Mad City is well worth it. Built-in weather barriers minimize energy loss and reduce condensation. Enhance curb appeal with several styles and colors. Plus, grid designs inside the glass allow for easy cleaning. Be sure to ask about the double lifetime labor warranty and the savings during our home makeover event. Save $750 with interest-free financing for 12 months and get a $100 Walmart gift card with purchase. Senior military discounts plus last chance to call during this program to double your savings. Save $1,500 on a house full of new windows with interest-free financing for 24 months and double your bonus to a $200 Walmart gift card with window purchase. For a free estimate, call 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet, commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
My dad risked everything to start a little construction company. He was the welder, and my mom drove the dump truck. Nothing fancy about that, but it was theirs. I'm Tim Michaels, and I'm proud to follow in his footsteps, growing the business from a few hundred employees to today, over 8,000. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who knows how to get things done, create jobs, and how to lead. And that's exactly what I'll do as governor.
Tim Michaels for governor.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
608-270-9933. I bet the garden center is going to get busy now.
There was like a big hoovering noise in Middleton over the weekend because everything just got sucked right out.
Yeah, really?
It's crazy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
All right, let's go to the phones. We'll start with Jeanette in Mauston. Hi, Jeanette. What's your question?
My question is, we have some perennials that we planted last year. Just wondering if I should be expecting to see some new growth on them, or has the weather been too cold?
The weather has been really cold. We're down like 170 growing degree days. I know that doesn't mean anything to anybody except maybe Pam Yonke knows what that means, but it means it's been a really cool spring. So certainly anything that's slow to come, like butterfly bush or weigela, those are going to be way behind. I would give everything at least another 3 weeks before you decide that things are not coming back.
Yeah, everything's just really late.
I think we're easily 2 weeks behind.
All right. Let's go to Sandy in Adams. Hi, Sandy. What's your question? Sandy, you there?
Yes.
Go ahead. What's your question?
I'm wondering if calla lilies can be planted in a potting mix with fertilizer already in it.
Definitely. Calla lilies are sort of a summer blooming bulb that are not reliably hardy here in Wisconsin, so they do really well in containers with potting mix, and fertilizer will keep them blooming longer.
Okay. All right. Ken from, let's see, Ken did not want to be on the air, but he has a question from Black Earth.
Okay.
Tomato planting, when to plant, and how much potting soil?
So tomatoes, the bigger the tomato, the bigger the pot. So even though you start with a little plant like this, you're going to want a pot that's like 14 to 16 inches in diameter. I use a combination of potting soil and some compost, mixed like half and half. And you can plant them now, just be warned that you might have to cover them if the weather gets cool again, if temperatures go below 40.
You might want to wait.
A lot of people wait to do that kind of thing until Memorial Day. Some people are pushing the envelope. They want the first tomato.
That's right. Let's go to Joyce in Mount Horeb. Hi, Joyce. What's your question?
Hi. I called a couple weeks about trimming back my butterfly bush, and I did that, but I'm not seeing any new growth, and I know you just said things are like 2 weeks behind. Well, when do you think I could expect something, if it's going to return?
On butterfly bush, we usually ask people to give them till the end of May, even close to Father's Day, before they start to emerge from the roots. So you're way too soon to think about doing anything besides just cutting it back. You want to leave a little bit or a marker so you know where it is, but I would wait until mid-June before I decide it needs to be replaced.
That's 2 weeks behind.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't cut it all the way down. I just kind of cut off the, the tips of them, the end stuff.
You can take it back to about 2 or 3 inches. It's probably going to come back from the roots.
Oh, okay. 2 or 3 inches from. Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
All right, thanks for calling. Let's go to Ann in Madison. Hi, Ann. What's your question?
Hi, my question is, can we plant lantana around here? I was just visiting my sister in Arizona, and she has some lovely lantana in her backyard, and I'm wondering if that's something we can plant around here.
They are gorgeous, and they have a really interesting scent, but they are something that needs to be planted as an annual here. So you can get all kinds of them. Most of them are either mounding or they sort of spill over sides of containers, and they're great for adding that really hot jolts of color, but they will not survive the winter here.
All right.
Okay, but I could do it in a container and then just replant them every year?
Absolutely.
It's an annual.
Okay, great.
It's an annual,
Thanks so much.
All right, we didn't talk about this, but we're out of time.
Oh, all right. Well,
Next time.
next time.
All right. If you're on the line, stay there. Lisa will talk to you off the air.
I will.
And here's Julian, one final check of your forecast.
Well, just know, folks, we are on a heat trend as our temperatures are going to be into the upper 70s and plenty of 80s. And that's right, we even have a 90 in our forecast for us. It's going to be humid, it's going to be hot, and we do have some shots of seeing some thunderstorms, but mainly going to be in the later parts of the day. But don't fret, because we are going to see a bit of cooler conditions heading into next week. But until then, make sure that you're staying hydrated, staying cool, and prepare for any storms, especially since they're going to be overnight. Make sure that you have any severe weather plans ready to go, just in case, Mark.
All right, Julian, thank you. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.